Welcome to the Metal Prognosis. My name is Lee, and on today's gear talk, we're going to be looking at the Joyo Zombie Amp. And just before I show you it, I was a little bit thrown by it when I first bought it. I knew it was small, but when I got it in, it was a lot smaller than what I thought it would be. It is tiny and really light. Now, I've seen videos on this before, a while ago when it first came out. So the question of can it metal has definitely been answered. It definitely can. But I was keen to see not only what it sounds like and how far we can push it, but what would it sound like with a 7-string? Can it handle the low tones of a G tuning guitar? So we might chuck a pedal through it to help with the EQ, because there's not much on this. We've just got gain, tone and volume. So there's not much to really work with trying to dial in a tone. So I might need a bit of a pedal to assist it. So I'm going to put it through my Harley Benton here, which normally my speakers look small, but they probably look massive now compared to that little amp head when put together. So I'll definitely mic this up. We'll try see what tones we can get using the 7-string. Like all my videos, we have a bit of a jam and have my final thoughts afterwards. So yeah, let's see how the Joyo little zombie amp, little, emphasis on the little, zombie amp goes with a 7-string. So now I've got everything set up. I've got the speakers and microphone set up in the other room. I've got my 7-string guitar here. And we have the Joyo little zombie amp set up there on a desk. So let's get some volume happening and see what sounds we've got. Get a bit of tone, well, a little bit, so there's something. So there's a bit of clean. Decent amount of volume, but I think that's enough clean. Let's turn it on the dirty channel. It's got a lot more boost. Wow. All right, let's get a bit of tone happening. I can hear it coming from the other room. That's got some oomph to it for such a little unit. All right, let's push a bit of gain. That is a lot. That it can handle 7-string. It's got a heap of push and volume out of it. And the gain, I haven't even pushed the gain that hard. And I don't know if I want to push that gain too hard because it's already pretty friggin' loud. And if, if I push it anymore, it might start peaking. But yeah, I'm going to push it more. So I'm going to try to take a bit of volume off. Push the gain a bit. that's... Oh, that has got a lot of oomph. Whoa, don't want to push it too hard. I'm gonna push it more. All right. Woo. So I thought what would be cool is if I add my Savage drive to it to really push those mids and tighten it up a bit. Where's some cables? Aha. So I've got a little cable, so hopefully be able to all keep it in the same. Didn't make noise. Excellent. Just gonna make a popping noise. It didn't. Excellent. See if I can put them both in camera-ish. There they are, in camera-ish. So, microphone's still good. Yes. Now, let's turn this on and see what happens. Let's give it some power, then try turning it on and see what happens. I should probably do muck up bingo. Get all my videos, get a chart happening, and see who can pin out all the mistakes I make more than once. Because I've done that a few times now. All right, so here is the sound that I have. Just without it, and let's not just turn it on. Let's. Give it a bit of a boost. Dirt. No, let's see if I can find a nice balance with the tightness. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I'll dial it back a bit. That pedal just cleans up so much. I haven't even touched the bite yet. All right, adds a lot of hiss. But does it add to the sound quality though? So, let's do a quick comparison before I keep pushing on. So, with the pedal. Without the pedal. It just really gives it that bite and that real grit that I love in my tone. Man, that is awesome. Especially that combination, that works really, really well. So just before I move on to a jam, we'll just do one more thing. So stick with me. because I've done the double mic technique, and if you don't know what that is, please go check out my previous video I did on it, where I explained exactly why I put it there and the effects and why I do it. But to not leave you hanging, here are the two different microphones. So here is one of them. And here is the other. If I'm not mistaken, the second one was the E609 and the first one was the SM57. But it's a little bit loud, so I couldn't tell the difference just by listening to you coming back through my monitors, because the speakers are, that pumps a lot of volume, a lot of volume. So if you had this with a band, it would get over a drum kit really, really easily. But I'm babbling a little bit verbally, and I have definitely babbled physically with this guitar, mucking around with these tones, because it's been heaps and heaps of fun. But we must move on. So I'm going to take a bit of time out, compose a bit of a tune, have a bit of a jam, share it with you, and then we'll go to my final thoughts. So I will see you all on the other side. Time for my final thoughts with this little zombie amp. So let's firstly talk about the good things I enjoyed about it. The clean, I paid near to no attention to the clean, but I really do when dealing with amps, because I love the overdrive and I love the distortion. So I was absolutely focusing all my attention on that, not the clean. But clean seemed fine. Nothing against the clean, I just didn't pay attention to it. With the distortion though, the gain that's got coming through here on its preamp, on this little amp, sounded really good. I was really happy on how it handled the low tones for my G tuning guitar, my 7-string. There's a lot of time with 7 strings when I try to dial it in off an amp, the lower strings become too muddy and you can't identify different notes because it turns too mushy. So this handled it really well straight off the bat, which I was extremely surprised about. The tone knob was just, I don't know, I don't think I mucked around with it enough really. It was fine, it was good, there was nothing wrong with it, but nothing to report. So, you know, thankfully this isn't a paid review. The volume, I had it set at just below 3. 3, there's no real numbers on there. Just before 9 o'clock, if you want to look at it from that perspective. I didn't even really turn it up past, I think I went a little bit more on clean, but as soon as the overdrive went in, the gain, it pushed up the volume that much. I just kept it down. And there's still plenty of signal coming through in the studio from those mics, so I could actually hear it coming from the other room. And I wasn't really concerned, but I was definitely surprised at how much oomph this little bad beast gives off. It also has a Bluetooth device, but I'm not touching that. I'm not really, not interested really. I'm sure it's a wonderful thing to add to it, and I'm sure lots of people utilise it and get really good use out of it, but not me. Let's move on to the Savage Drive. Adding this to it Absolutely loved it. But most of the time when I add this or any other boost pedal I've got, like my 33 or any others, I normally get a really, I really like the results. But this helped really clean up. It tightened up the low end and it boosted the mids nicely, which really helped out. Especially when I recorded the guitars doubling up on them on either speaker. This really helped bring that overall sound when I added it to the mix. I don't really say alive. It helped define it, so to speak. So define, it's probably not the best terminology. It just made it better. I can't think of a better way to describe it. Just made it better. It brought out the mids and helped cut through the mix. So when I added the drums and the bass, it sounded better. I wish I was more articulate on how to explain it, but that was just better. So it was fun to play with. It inspired me to play an old song that I normally love jamming on my 7-string, and this was no exception. Dropping into that last section with the open G just felt really nice with these tones that I got with this combination. In saying that though, what are your thoughts? Do you think I got a really good tone to start with and added this prematurely? Or do you think without this I was doomed to just come up with a bland sound? Should I have invested more time in just this? Should I added a distortion pedal maybe instead of just going off what this had to it as a variation? Did I like stumble across something amazing with this and then moved on way too quickly? Which I do, because sometimes I just get too excited with these things and sometimes don't invest enough time on something that's good and move on. But did this happen in this one? Or did I do the opposite and not go far enough? Should I have explored more? Was I slightly there, just not quite get it? Yeah, definitely tell me your thoughts in the comments so we can keep this conversation going. Yeah, always love hearing from you and you joining in on the conversation. With that being said, that's another gear video done. So whether this was in the foreground or the background, definitely enjoyed your company and hope you enjoyed me doodling around on the guitar a lot longer than what I normally do, just because I think I was just so surprised and having so much fun of what good of a sound I got out of this so quickly. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that. So please, until next time, stay safe.